This video is part 3 and the final video of my series. If you haven't seen the first 2 videos, click the link in the description or the information card to watch them first. With that out of the way, let's begin. Previously on Sultan Sketches. There is no way I was in love with Princess. I started to feel uncomfortable around Princess and my best mate. I love her.
I know.
Huh? Some time passed and Princess's 18th birthday arrived. Timmy eventually did show up, but only to say happy birthday. And then he left to go back to the other party.
And just like that, my party is ruined.
Does everyone else mean so little to you? We're all here for you, Princess. We showed up, not him.
Sultan, that's not what I meant.
I had ruined Princess's birthday. Hey, Princess, listen, about the party, She didn't even look at me. For the first time in my life, I wasn't in Princess's. We used to spend every living second together. At school, after school, and we went from that to being strangers. And I didn't know how to handle it. I tried to talk to Princess, but she just avoided me. Her sister too. I tried to apologize for my actions and I was ignored. And rightfully so. I mean, I had ruined her night. I deserve this treatment. Guys, if you think me and Princess never spoke again, you might want to go back and watch the other videos. Me and Princess, we were best friends. People who depended on each other for the last 10 years. If you think our first argument was the one that broke us apart, you're dead wrong. It didn't take long before Princess sat me down and we talked about that night. I apologized wholeheartedly and Princess heard me out. What I did was wrong, but we had been each other's prime source of happiness for years, and we overcame that struggle. It was a rough few days, but things were back to normal before long. I still loved her and was conflicted about the whole ordeal, but I was happy things were back to normal. Let me tell you how a typical day at my school would go. Me and Princess only had one class together, so I only really saw her at lunchtime. At lunchtime, the Year 12 boys would play some type of sport, and because I'm deathly allergic to any form of physical activity, I would sit with Princess. Me and Princess would walk off, find a quiet place to sit, and just chat. We talked about our hopes, our dreams. We talked about how great it's going to be to finally be free of high school. Honestly, I really miss those kinds of conversations. We just opened up about everything. And then the conversation of college came up.
So, any idea about which college you'll be applying to?
Yeah, I've basically made up my mind about going to fake college name.
Fake college name, huh? We've been going to the same school for 13 years, haven't we?
I guess we have, huh?
Well, I guess a few more years wouldn't hurt.
Wait. You don't mean...
Yeah, I'm going to apply for fake college name too.
And so, we decided to go to the same college, together. I can't even begin to tell you how happy I was. Some time passed and my 18th birthday was coming up. Now, if you remember from the previous video, you'll know that Princess and I loved birthdays. I had actually been planning my own birthday for years. I couldn't tell you how excited I was. And then something happened. For reasons that didn't involve Princess, my birthday turned out to be a disaster. I had such high hopes for it. I was beyond excited for it and it completely fell flat. I was heartbroken. That was probably the worst day of my high school life. Well, it would have been. That was until Princess saw me. Princess knew I had plans for my birthday, but when she saw me at school, she could tell something was wrong. I told her it was fine and I would just go home for the day. I think by now, you guys can probably guess what kind of person Princess was. She was stubborn, caring, and always wanted me to be happy. You think she would let me go home on my birthday? No way. She threw me in her car and took me out to our favourite place to eat. When we got there, Princess asked me to open the boot for her because she'd left something in there. And so I opened the boot, and I saw my present. Princess had purchased a big box and filled it with all kinds of things. Things I loved. Skittles, grape juice, games, merchandise from my favourite shows. I couldn't even fit them into one drawing because she bought me so much stuff. I remember I began to tear up looking at the present. But that's not all she got me. There was another present she had bought me previously, but had forgotten to give it to me until then. Our Year 12 graduation was coming up, and me and Princess had already decided when we started high school that we'd be going together. We went to everything together. Primary school graduation, junior graduation, debutante, formal, you name it. Even when we were dating other people, we still went to these events together. That pissed off a lot of people, but, well, we didn't care. She was my best friend in the whole world. Of course I wanted to share these moments with her. I don't remember what event it was. Maybe it was debutante, but it was customary for the girl to buy her date a present. Princess bought me a bracelet, and I loved it so much. Does it look familiar to anyone? I still have it with me to this day. I gave Princess a big hug and I thanked her for the presents. Even though I had been the one to ruin her birthday, she had been the one to save mine. This right here is exactly why I was head over heels for this girl. She was beyond compassionate and was just the purest girl I knew. Before graduation, I remember sitting down with a close friend of mine. Let's call her Jennifer. Jennifer was one of the first people I told that I loved Princess, and she used to give me advice on how to handle it and stuff like that. By handle it, I mean she begged me to tell her. One day, Jennifer and I were talking and she mentioned something about kissing Princess. I replied with, "What? No way would I kiss Princess." And then Jennifer went silent. "What do you mean?" she asked. I told her I loved Princess, but I wasn't exactly interested in kissing her. Jennifer looked at me weird, and then I realized why. I'm not interested in kissing her. I just love her. I was so confused. What did that mean? Do I really love her like that? Was it always like that, or did my feelings change along the way? How could you love someone and not see yourself in a relationship with them? All these questions ran through my head, questions I had never even thought about. Did I even want to be with Princess? Of course I do, but then why was that my reaction? Jennifer smiled and asked me to tell her exactly how I felt. After I opened up about it even more, she too looked conflicted. Jen asked me, "Do you love me, Sultan?" And I replied with, "Yeah, of course I do." "Do you want me to be happy? Do you want what's best for me?" And again, I replied with yes. "But you don't want to kiss me or be in a relationship with me, right?" And I said no, I don't. She then turned to me and asked, "Then what makes me and Princess any different?" What makes Princess different? She was Princess, that's what. But that wasn't an answer, was it? I didn't have the answer. I knew I loved Princess, but what kind of love was it? Graduation finally arrived, and it was amazing. Princess looked stunning. She bought me a tie to match her dress, and we had an amazing night. Dancing, taking photos, enjoying one final party with our school friends before we had to deal with the exams. After the graduation had finished and everyone went home, Princess and I decided to go to the beach. The weather was nice, the night was young, and we wanted to just relax and take it all in. The night, the future, everything. And so...
Sultan, look! Isn't it pretty? The ocean at night. It's beautiful.
Then and there is when I decided. I decided how I felt. I decided what to do about my feelings for Princess. And that was... nothing. I loved her. I wanted her to be happy. And that's all it was. I think I did want more in the past. I think I did want to be the only guy by her side. But things changed. Yes, I still loved her, but now it was only in the sense that I wanted what was best for her. And I wasn't that. Princess and I could never, ever be together. It used to break me, but now I was okay with the way things were. Once school finished, nothing changed between Princess and I. Since we went to the same college, we would meet up before, during, and after classes. Yes, she used to sneak me into her classes. We went to college parties together. I became friends with her friends, and she became friends with mine. We were both moving on with our lives, but together. A year later, I was speaking to a girl. A girl I was really interested in. I decided that I would spend New Year's with the girl and her family, something I had never done before. And Princess, she had decided to fly someplace with her family. On the night, I received a text on my phone. It was from Princess. Something had happened, and Princess had decided to fly back home. She had decided she was going to spend New Year's alone. Listen.
What's up, Sultan?
I'm sorry. I have to go.
What?
I'm so sorry, but there's somewhere I need to be.
Okay, I understand.
I'll see you soon, okay? I'm sorry.
Hey.
Hey, listen, can you come pick me up? This party isn't going so great. Let's go get pancakes or something.
Sultan. Thank you. I'm on my way.
Thank you. I have no idea what you mean. Princess and I ended up getting lost, so we ended up celebrating New Year's in the car. I thought I had put it behind me. The need to always put Princess first. But that never changed. I always placed her first, and because of that, I probably lost something that could have been special. I never saw that girl from New Year's again, but if I could go back to that night, I'd do it all over again. This next part of the story will probably upset a lot of people. Everyone I've told this story to says that they hate the ending. But I guess that's just the way things go. Princess and I had our own lives. We had our own friends, our own classes, our own dreams. And slowly, Princess and I drifted. It wasn't immediate. It wasn't because of a fight. It wasn't because I confessed. It was because life happened. We started to see each other less and less. We started to call each other less and less. I went from seeing her every day to once a month. And then I didn't see her for a few months. That was until the day before my birthday party. Princess?
Oh, hey, Sultan.
Long time no see, huh?
Yeah, it's been a while. Oh, I'd like you to meet my boyfriend.
Hello. It's nice to meet you.
Likewise.
Remember, Princess? My birthday party is tomorrow. I'll see you there, right?
Yes, of course. I wouldn't miss it for the world.
Alright. I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Sultan. Happy birthday to you.
She never showed up. A few days later, Princess messaged me saying sorry, and told me that she'd see me soon to make up for it. And that was the last time I ever heard from Princess. I was mad. Then I was sad. Then I was nothing. I stopped caring about it. Guys, sometimes things just happen. People change, relationships change, life changes. And yes, you're allowed to be sad about it for a while, but that's just life, you know? Your priorities will change, your friends will change, your feelings will change. And that's okay. Life, it's about adapting, changing, and growing. I'm not upset with how things ended, nor am I upset with Princess. We both grew up and moved on. I'm happy. and I'm sure she is too. If you ask me now how I feel about Princess, I would tell you nothing has changed. Of course I still love her, but in the sense that I always want her to be happy. I'm okay with her not being in my life. I'm okay knowing she is living her life without me. I'm okay with it all. In the end, I just want what's best for her. And I'm sure she's out there somewhere, thinking the same thing. Princess, if for some reason you stumble upon this video, and I'm sure you will, just know that you'll always be my little princess. Nothing will ever change that. I will always see you as the girl who saved me from a life of solitude. I'll always see you as the only thing I looked forward to at school. I will always see you as that girl who was kind enough to let me borrow her sparkly gel pens. I want to say thank you so much for all the memories. I truly cherish the time we spent together. I hope you're living your life happily, and just know that I'm happy too. By the way, if you ever feel like hot chocolate, give me a call. We can catch up and drink hot chocolate like we used to. I think you know the place. Hey guys, so I'm joined with Emirichi right now. Say hey.
Hi.
Okay, so I brought you here today because I have a very important question to ask you. Probably the most asked question on my channel ever.
I think I know where this is going.
Emirichi,
Yes.
are you Princess?
No! It doesn't make any sense. Like, okay, first of all, if you made a whole video on this like girl who broke your heart, how awkward would it be to ask that same girl to voice herself?
Right? Right? Yeah, oh my god. And you know, that's not including the fact that you live in America, I live in Australia, and we've never met before, but you know, whatever.
We will at VidCon.
Oh yeah, soon. Yeah, we'll meet next year. Yeah, so I just wanted to quickly say sorry and thank you for voicing Princess.
No, thank you. It was an honor.
Okay, cool. So that's it for today, guys. Thanks so much for watching the videos, and we'll see you soon.
Oh, am I supposed to say bye?
Oh, I was meant to say bye. Crap, whatever, I'm keeping it in. Bye.
Bye. Yes, of course. I wouldn't miss it for the world. Yes, she would. Please. Okay.